Incoming transmission. Rekthalar Free Warriors. Hi! Neonos Dwamax! We come visit your systems. We save you from growing too rich and fat. Yes? Yes! Unless you think of reason. Why not to make good Dwamax stew? Well, that depends on where the heck you are. I mean, give him 1,000 food to bugger off. Or we could just fight him. We do now have a fleet of like 5,000. We hoped you say that, Dwamak. Rekthalar, always a good challenge. Hi.
System survey concluded.
Where are they? I don't even know where they are. What were they called again? Rekthalar? Well, I can very easily build more. I still have a ton of alloys, and don't forget, I'm pretty heavily fortified when it comes to star bases. Early game still. We're only 71 years in. Alright, construction ships. You have finally finished Asturian, so I'm going to say let's just start mining station all of the things. They usually come around with 10k or so. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately I know, but I do know. And actually we have more than that. We have 1, 2... We have about 6,000. Right. Research agreement with... Yes, these guys definitely do want to research. Although that's giving them a lot of technology, but they are kind of off on their own over here at the moment. They're egalitarian, so are we. They're xenophobic. They're militarist, so are we. They're xenophobic. We are spiritualist. I mean, we're not that different. What are your relations with, for example, the Norse entity? If these things can be seen. I mean, right now, you are actually friendly towards us. Like, actually remarkably friendly. Mutual rivals, that's the main reason. Yeah, see, you're rivals with the Norse entity, which I want nothing to do with. So, no. I'm not going to give you that much science. Soz. We have learned the fate of the Zeroni when the Saviors learned the Divine's plan. They knew there was only one possible counter to the Divine's almost impenetrable defences in the Shroud. Faced with annihilation, they chose to sacrifice their entire population, save for one Zeroni. The last remaining Saviour used the psionic residue of an entire species to destroy every Zeroni, and thus every Divine in existence, ending the threat for all time. The Zeroni are wiped out with almost The Zeroni were wiped out almost without a trace, save for a small amount of unconsumed dust. Inconceivable! Looks like we're getting to the end of that particular chain, whatever it's called. Visby. I think I'm going to say go ahead and build me another one. And Lindenays is going to be just general industry. Can I do that? That was rural, wasn't it? Yeah, worker pop resource. No, worker is not specialists. I think I've got to specialize you as an industrial world as well, considering it's forever consumer goods that are our problem. That word, I do not think it means what you think it means. Good old Princess Bride. Map modes lower left can... Lower right, yeah, I thought so. Help illustrating relations of other relations in the Empire space will show according to map mode. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, it's not refinery, it's definitely not technology. Although this could be another tech world, but honestly we already have one. It's not one of those either. See, here's the thing, I don't want this designated an industrial world. I want it to be balanced, I want it to do both. Well, I guess if we specialise Lindenese to doing this, then we're going to need to specialise somewhere else to doing alloys. Population of this one's at 13. It's a relatively small world, so alright, we'll make you industrial. Fine. Worker is mining, energy and farming, clerks and a few other things. Usually most basic resources we produce per workers. Yeah, it's the lowest strata. Oh, Jorvik. Jorvik has unemployment. And Jorvik is the alloy producer, so there we go. There's our counter. Midgard has a population of 49. And also unemployment. Now there isn't a huge amount I can do about this. Because we just don't have any of the upgrade buildings. Although, yeah we do. We just got it. City districts provide an additional clerk job. And, most importantly, we have an ascension perk. Now, I think that this has been pretty much decided to be engineered evolution. Because this is going to give us the gene modification points. However, Become the Crisis has become available. We are by far and away the biggest empire at the moment. So if we wanted a bit of a challenge, we could do that. Maybe it's still a bit early, though. Enigmatic Engineering will give us more encryption. I don't think that's any cool for that one. Engineered Evolution, that's the big one. Which I would quite strongly be in favour of. Mind over Matter does allow us to do the telepathy stuff, although this has been voted against twice now. People don't seem to be particularly interested in doing the Mind over Matter stuff. And now that we've started really doing the gene engineering, like Engineered Evolution's just overtaken it. Galactic Force Projection has not been a problem. Interstellar Dominion, not a problem. Grasp the Void, not a problem. Technological Ascendancy, just because it's good, I'll leave it in the list. One Vision. One Vision could be good. We do use a lot of unity. And Governing Ethics Attraction, we are trying to make everyone the same as us in terms of what's important. Consecrated Worlds just sounds terrible. Imperial Prerogative could give more admin efficiency, and that is becoming a problem. Edict Capacity has not been a problem. Shared Destiny has not been a problem. Voidborn, we haven't actually started building any habitats. And this would make those habitats stronger. If we had any, which we don't. Okay, so let's come up with a list. Put you over there so I can actually read what you're saying. Going to put the new pole over here. So, we had Become the Crisis. Which honestly I still think is too early, but I'm going to put it on the list because it's new. Engineered Evolution, Mind over Matter. Technological Ascendancy. Because we are super technological. Still. One Vision. You know what? It's too early for the Crisis. I'm going to take that one off. So this is going to be One Vision. And then the last one... Oh, we also have Imperial Prerogative, that's true. And we are very big, so Imperial Prerogative at this point is becoming a problem. In fact, I think I'm going to do that instead of One Vision. Yeah, and then we have... potentially Voidborn. No, you know what? We can do one vision and Imperial Prerogative. They both fit. There we go. That works. And we're going to make this a 2-minute vote because I think this is going to be a pretty big choice. Okay, so here we go. 2 minutes. Engineered evolution, mind over matter, technological ascendancy, one vision, or Imperial Prerogative. And... go. Get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Which one should we go for? Let me know. And please do try to persuade other members of chat to your way of seeing things. Hop Louie, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And then Wild Dog coming in with a 28-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Wild Dog. Hey, Mordred, how's it going? Taking over the universe in the name of Odin? Yes. Markediant, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you joining us. So get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. We've got about a minute and 10 seconds to go. Still got a little bit of time to make up your minds. Have your say. Let me know what you'd like. Huzzah! Kalinicus coming in with a 9-month tier 3 resubscription. Thank you very, very, very much for the ongoing support, Kalinicus. Like, seriously, you are kind of the backbone of everything that happens here, so thank you. You do allow a lot of things to happen. You're awesome. Thanks. 3 more months, and then you also get those golden wings. Getting closer. Great hearing, fellow members of this great nation, I come to you with a plea. I hear the voices of a species long lost. We should delve deeper into this, for I believe it will greatly enhance our future. Wow, someone really wanted one vision to come in. Impressive. But this was a fairly clear victor overall. So Imperial Prerogative came in last with 1% of the vote. Then Technological Ascendancy, which has just consistently performed poorly, coming in with just 4%. Then really the top three. One Vision with 30%. Engineered Evolution with 20%, meaning that Mind over Matter is the eventual victor with 46%. So we're not going with Engineered Evolution. We just keep on changing our minds. Alright, Mind over Matter. Third time lucky. Since the dawn of our civilization, tales have flourished of mighty sorcerers, wielding powers that can only be described as supernatural in nature. These rare Norse wizards could supposedly invade the minds of their followers, lift heavy objects with merely a thought, or perform any number of other magical feats. Until recently, these stories were just that. Stories. Now, however, our scientists have finally obtained conclusive evidence that proves the psionic potential inherent in certain Norse individuals. Although only a small minority of our species as a whole seems to be gifted with psionic powers, their numbers relative to the total population have grown steadily over just the last few centuries. Whether this is due to some kind of sudden evolutionary growth spurt, or because something has triggered latent psionic abilities that were always present in our genetic code, scientists cannot say. A glimpse, perhaps, of the future that awaits us. So the Vinlandic Colonies get latent psionic trait. Psy-core building is now available and psionic armies can now be recruited. Boom. Okay, so yeah, Dracorin dropped in 28,000 channel points as well, so thank you very much for that. Actually, several of them had some pretty high expenditures. Mind over Matter did get the most legit voters, though. Okay, so gene modification has come in. Defense army, fortresses. This would allow us to get soldiers. And there was a technology which allowed soldiers to provide naval capacity. Unity gain, commerce megaplexes. Oh, these are the upgrade of the commercial hub, which we just haven't been using. Now we can get the psionic army, and I think we do want to research telepathy. Especially because we actually have a psionics expert in place. So that means we're more likely to get more of these. Engineering! Time for crystal mines. We need to start actually working on some of these special resources. It has been too long. Alright, that is on the move. Okay, so these now need to get some upgrades going. Definitely going with gun. You have no trade around you, so you're just going to go gun. And now we have a lot more possible options here. Hyperspace Registrar is more collection range. Disruption Field Generator reduces enemy hit points. Hydroponics is food. Silo, resource silo is storage. Target uplink is weapon. So I think we're going to go communications jammer, target uplink. And then the boring station, which is over this side, is not as critical in terms of defenses, but it does have a lot of trade nearby. Like a lot of trade. Up to 1, 2, 3 jumps away. So I think I'm going to go trade hub, hangar. Faces. I'd like to believe your species are the descendants of Wulfric the Wanderer, because clearly he had telepathy in the way he just summons a boat through a portal. Ah, true. I cast boat! Whack! It was just ahead of his time using land ships. Transit hub. Just the resettlement chance. No, that's not what I want either. I mean, I could reduce the number of trade hubs and get a hyperspace registrar instead. Or I could just go for the target uplink, although target uplink with hangars is pointless. So I think I'm going to go hyperspace registrar. Communications jammer. And then one additional hangar. There we go, that's you done. You're building gun batteries, and I think you're going to build more gun batteries. Although you have a lot of trade directly adjacent, so you're going to go one trade hub, one hangar bay, target uplink. Firkat has none. This is pure defenses, so you're going to go gun. Target uplink, communications jammer. Then Argersborg is similarly gun. That'll do. Incoming transmission. The agreement we signed giving you access to our databanks has run its course. Would you like to extend it for another 10 standard years, or do your researchers no longer require the information we offer? 3 grand for 10% more research. I'm definitely extending that, especially because it increases opinions, which I believe is required for some future stuff. The armed vessel discovered in orbit of RLS-3PO is an abandoned military spacecraft called Nefertiti's Pride. Its light frame and evasion hardware suggest it was built for long-distance patrol missions, but it has since been retrofitted into a long-range stealth bomber. Records of the ship's comms reveal it was hijacked by a rebel guerrilla on his way to perform a strike against a secret complex called the Ixvan Labs, said to hold a weapon so powerful it could win them the war. When they were shut down, we have extracted the ship's destination from its navigational drive. Yes, we're definitely doing that. Oh, speaking of which, actually, there are a couple of things we still want to do. We can probe the dimensional portal on Difflin, which is how Wulfric summons his ships. So we'll do that. And then the Ixvan Labs needs to have a science ship in orbit. And the only nearby science ship is you. Let's do research projects. And then head back to Jorvik to continue assisting its research. Speaking of assisting research, you know who's going to be getting a bunch of research right about now? Konungard. Does Konungard have somebody assisting its research? No. Right now, it doesn't look like we'll have the capacity for it. Senate is now in session. So this is for... Oh, damn it. I forgot to say my bit about which one should be next. Buzzword standardization. Diplomatic weight from economy goes up, trade value goes up, bureaucratic upkeep goes up. I am very much opposed to this. Well, actually, if I keep you on abstain, can I push something else to the top? Like Comfort the Fallen. I mean, the Spiritualist Ethics attraction is good for us, so I think I'm going to boost that one a little. Pan-Galactic Recycling Initiatives. We are very much in favour of this. So yeah, we'll stay in the supporters lane. Sounds good to me. Jorvik is getting quite full, although actually the industrial districts will help with that. You're fine, you're fine, you're more than fine. Nidaros could potentially do with something a bit more. So Nidaros is the generator world. We don't actually have any generators here. Alright, start building one of those, and I think also a city, so that I can get the special generator building to go with it. And you'll find as is. Cool.
System survey concluded. Special project concluded. System survey concluded.
Mirror, mirror. Strangely, the dimensional portal of Difflin seems to connect to a planet which looks very much like Difflin. Stranger still, there's a signal being broadcast to us through it. Put it on screen. This is Grand Marshal of the Vinlandic Colonies. Who are you, portal aliens? No. I am Grand Marshal. Who are you? Fascinating. If what you say is true, I think the portal bridges the gap between alternate dimensions. We are both the Grand Marshal, but at some point an event must have caused our respective dimensions to diverge. Amazing. Tell us how your Norse fare. Much the same as it fares in your dimension, I expect. We have spread out through the space from Midgard since the discovery of the warp drive. Warp drive? We travel by hyperlane. Hyperlane? Perhaps discovering different types of FTL travel was the divergence point between our two universes. Does this mean you are not beset by the warp beasts? No warp beasts here. No serious threat. The warp beasts assail every known civilization. They are a threat to all life. As far as we had determined, once warp travel reached a certain critical level in the galaxy, the warp beasts awoke and attacked. Several species we know of have already fallen, but so far we are holding them off. Sounds terrible. Can we help? Yes. Go away, Siri. Siri wants to help, clearly. Yes, we should establish an interdimensional trade treaty to strengthen our nations, for the benefit of all of the Norse. Okay. Alright, science ship, you are survey speed, so you may continue doing what you're doing. Although I think that this is all Norse entity up there. Gravity Crush. Whitey is here. Survey of the asteroid is temporarily halted as a probe is caught by an errant gravitational anomaly. The probe manages to transmit some data before it is brutally crushed by the extreme forces. Forces that completely dissipate soon after. At least no one got hurt.
Special project concluded.
Invisible death. Our scientists have returned from the Xvan labs unscathed, with footage collected from the facility's security cameras. It shows lab scientists bound and gagged as guerrilla soldiers pry open the weapon strongboxes. But to their dismay, the box is empty. Only minutes later, the rebels can be seen writhing on the floor in intense agony, dark patches swelling across their bodies. Then their skin rips, and a grey, unidentifiable matter spills out. The matter continues to spread, swirling hypnotically around them, until one of the scientists activates the emergency system. Sprinklers douse the room in a liquid, and an electrical surge passes through the executing all living things. Here the footage ends. Our crew can confirm the strongbox was indeed empty. Superfluid materials. Spooky. And Barcius has gained a new trait, which would be Archaeologist. Ooh, okay. Well, I have some stuff that you can be getting on with. First of all, we have Jorvik, which I think had a thing which needs to be, excavated. Perfect. Volcanic Kitten wants me to drink some tea. I think that can be arranged.